Why do so many still believe the conspiracy that Jews control the world when they represent less than 10 of the world's richest and most powerful? I'm not saying anything about anything, but if 10 of the world's richest are Jewish and they make up 0.2 of the world's population, this would mean they are represented at a rate 50 times higher than would be expected among the rich and powerful. So your statement actually lends credence to their argument. 10 of the richest and most powerful is a lot when your entire population is only 0.2 of the world. But as a Jew, I'm still waiting on an invite to the powerful hidden cabal. I guess my letter got lost in the mail or something, but I've been broke as fuck since I came into this world. I think, because statistically for a race of people that are a very small of the global population, they do appear overrepresented in certain fields like entertainment and heads of banks. I remember a documentary things we once say about race that are true it's hard to find anywhere anymore. But it was shown on Channel 4 and presented by Trevor Phillips, who was chair of Equality's Commission. While those are possibly the roots of conspiracy theories, I think those that perpetuate the conspiracy are probably racist or have a learning disability. Sounds like something a rich Jew would say to divert me from the truth. Is that number supposed to be relevant? What matters is the ratio, which you failed to mention. Jews are obviously much less than 10 of the world. That doesn't make the conspiracies right, but it does make your argument definitely wrong. Speaking as a Jew, we are in some high positions. Lots of big banks are owned by Jews. The richest family in the world at some point, and possibly even today, are the Rothschilds. Lots of big media companies in Hollywood have Jews in high positions. With that being said, Jews are not a monolith. We aren't connected. No one in my family are connected to Jeffrey Epstein in any way. We aren't connected to Hollywood. And this goes for all the Jews I know. Most of us religious Jews are not connected to secular Jews in higher positions in power. People also use these facts to claim we are pushing whatever it is they don't like. I'm just chilling, going to synagogue, enjoying life. And this goes for everyone I know. So please leave us alone. Part of the reason is inherent in your question. Because Jews are a small percentage of the world's population, a lot of people have never met don't know Jews. It's easier to blame a group of people for things if you've never met someone from that group, don't have friends, co-workers, family from that group. Because blaming the Jews is much easier than finding the actual reason. You've just answered your own question. 0.2 of the world population being Jewish, but having 10 of the world's wealth. This lends credence to the theory that Jewish people have a strong influence over the world, especially as Israel doesn't have any sort of valuable natural resource like Arab countries, Australia, China, etc. Raffle. They represent less than 10 of the world's richest and most powerful. They represent 0.2 of the world's population. There are 14 million Jews worldwide. That's less than the population of Florida. Half of NBA and NFL owners are, and they are like less than 1 of the population. I think there are 2 primary factors. 1, a centuries-long history of anti-Semitic belief that those Jews are up to no good in a variety of ways. This does not die easily. Too many Americans anyway, in most parts of the country, don't know any Jewish folks. But they do know of lots of Jewish folks, and all of those folks are wealthy beyond the belief of the average American. This an awful lot of them have an awful lot of, and power feeds one, I think. The fact that so many very rich and very powerful people come from such a small subset of the population is interesting. Obviously they don't control the world, but it's still an interesting thing that has happened. I think it's much easier for people to accept the idea that there is a group of people willing to do whatever it takes to keep control of things, even if those people are evil and do terrible things, than accepting the world is inherently chaotic and bad things happen to people for no reason. Jewish world population is 0.2, so if they represent just under 10 of the world's richest, then it's easy to see where this observation conspiracy originated. I didn't believe in conspiracies until I found out rich people fly to an island to have sex with kids. So now I'm more open-minded to almost anything and take things with a grain of salt. Jewish people don't control the world. However, it's important to realize that there are a very few people, organizations, countries and groups and even companies that are controlling facets of how the world operates, control wealth, media, and control food and power. I have to remember for later, there was a good post on Rask Historians on this subject a while back. Just curious. Where did you get that statistic from in the post title?